One of the most effective ways to write a long response is through what's known as the ID paragraph. It's essentially a writing scaffold, and it helps you write a clear, structured response. It's very useful in subjects like science. You learn from in junior science all the way through to year 12 how to structure your response using this format. So ID is actually an acronym. The I stands for identify. So these four letters here, they're verbs. Identify. Identify means to clearly state, in this case, to clearly state a main idea or answer a question directly. So for example, identify the name of the scientist who came up with the theory of continental drift. Your response would be Alfred Wegener. Another example is identify the theory of plate tectonics. The way you'd answer it is as follows. The theory of plate tectonics explains the large-scale movement of Earth's lithosphere. So short, sweet, and simple. So like a one or two sentence answer would be enough. That's identify. D is describe. And describe usually means list characteristics. A very easy example is describe the chair that's in front of me. So suppose I can say the chair is red, it's got 4 legs, it's, 1.5 meters tall, 50 centimeters wide. So you're just listing features, characteristics of something. So that's describe. E is explain. Explain is a cause and effect verb. For example, explain how convection currents move tectonic plates. You can say, so the cause in this case would be hot rising magma hits the bottom of the tectonic plate. That causes it to move, and the effect is the tectonic plate moves, and then the magma falls back down again, drops back down again into the earth, heats up again, rises, and the cycle repeats. And A is usually assess or analyze. I'll put analyze here. So analyze is giving a judgment. Okay, making a decision. And this comes from stating pros and cons, so advantages and disadvantages. So for example, analyze the use of seismometers in studying Earth's geology. So the pros can include things like, so seismometers are things used to measure earthquakes, the devices used to measure earthquakes. One of the pros is they can help you predict in advance when they'll happen. A con could include sensitive to vibrations. Okay, so they can pick up noise or other things happening from non-earthquake events like traffic going around or construction. But these are your 4 verbs that you need to know for an ID paragraph. Helps you structure your response. ID paragraphs can be worth up to 9 marks a lot of the time. So quite a bit of a chunk of your exam's total marks. And each of these, so usually not identify, I'd say from experience, that's usually worth around 1 mark. 1 mark. Describe is around 2 marks. Explain could be worth up to 3 marks. And your analyze can be worth up to 2 marks, could be even 3 marks sometimes. But most of the marks come from here. And before you start writing an idea paragraph in an exam, the best advice I can give, always brainstorm. On the side of the paper, write down points, write down keywords for, let's say, plate tectonics. Okay, the name of a scientist, let's say, name of an instrument that you use to measure it, forces like gravity, continental versus oceanic crust, stuff like that. So you first brainstorm or write down dot points, very brief dot points, then you write your response. Don't dive into it straight away. You can get quite lost and overwhelmed. So start off very simple, work your way through it. And your response to the idea paragraph starts off very broad general statement. Then it gets more and more detailed the further you go along. And so that's an idea paragraph in a nutshell.